Alright, now coming back here to the original set of curves. Go ahead and delete this. If these are the curves associated with my vehicle, you saw how they lofted originally. They were giving a surface that was very round. So this is typical of lofted surface or NURB surface, is to try to maintain what's being presented mathematically. So I'm giving it 3 curves and it's calculating a nice curved surface here. But if I tell it by the layout of my curves that I want a more refined edge, such as the side or the belt line of the vehicle, if I go ahead and duplicate this curve and leave it very close to the other curve, this one in a little bit, then you can see that I'm giving it new information and saying that I want a sharper curve at that point. So if I come in here and loft these surfaces, you can see that now it's trying to calculate the edge that I'm trying to define here. Not very well. So what we'll do is come in here and give it additional information so that it can continue to try to do the way that I want it. Just going to bring that curve in a little bit. Alright, and we'll go ahead and select these consecutively. Go up here to surfaces and loft again, and you can see by positioning those lines the way that I have, I'm telling it that this is a flatter area here, that there's a more abrupt angle here, and that this surface will come down and around less round. So then I can come in here and continue to manipulate my curves to get what it is that I'm looking for. There we go. Smooth that out a little bit by bringing it out. And so you can begin to see the power of modeling with these NURBS curves and being able to continue to manipulate entire surfaces while maintaining those beautiful curves in that surface. Alright. I can also select on my curves there. Right clicking, control verts, and it's bringing up the surface as well. So what I'm going to do is come back in here to object mode, and I'm going to come up here to the channel. I'm going to select that, create a new layer and assign selected objects, and I'm just going to label this layer NURBS surfaces. And click on the little icon right here until R comes up, which makes it a reference object. Now I can select my curves and my my CVs on that curve. Also on this one, and be able to continue to manipulate those objects the way that I want them. Come in here and select on this one, control verts. I can also And so you can see that I can continue to maintain that nice fluid motion in here, and continue to work with these curved surfaces to get what I want, and still have that beautiful fluid motion, which you cannot achieve with a polygonal model. So you can begin to see the power of this particular type of modeling. And additionally, we can let's see, come in here and go to object node on these. Okay, now we can go ahead and create these, or select these curves and give them their own layer. And I'm going to now work with the NURB surface itself. I can come in here and continue to edit this curved surface, this NURB surface, by pushing and pulling on the individual surface elements. Now that does not delete the history of those particular of that particular surface with the curves, because I can come back here with the curve and continue to manipulate that as well. Alright, so there's a number of different ways that you can work with these NURB surfaces in order to get some really great detail and keep that real fluid, resolution. It's just independent of resolution. I can continue to manipulate this object into some really beautiful, say, folds of fabric. I would use a cloth sim probably for that, so it's more natural looking, but you can see the power of NURBS modeling when it comes to modeling organic surfaces. It's also very powerful for modeling your architectural, your automotive, say, surfaces where you have to get engineering perfection in the surface of your model and be able to maintain that fluid surface so that it doesn't look dented from pushing and pulling verts. When you're pushing and pulling CVs, then it's almost like more of a soft selection type of feature. Alright, so additionally, let's come back here to the surface itself. You can select on isoperms. You can build isoperms in order to create additional topology. Let's see, if I want to insert that isoperm, I'll come down here and insert that, and manipulate that on the surface as well. You cannot manipulate the isoperm as you could the other components, such as the CVs, but you can build in more resolution or potential resolution in certain areas, so that when you do convert the surface into a polygon model, that you have those additional resolution. Alright, in the next lesson we will begin modeling an organic object, in this case face for a character.